were across our internet advertising revenue report that was released on Monday, looking at the total digital ad market. So some big numbers there. We've got a huge industry, solid growth again, over 11% growth. That full report is up on the website, along with data going back to 2004, I think. So really long history of revenue and market. Our revenue information looks at both direct spending, agency spending, so it's looking at the income of media owners. So it may be a little bit different than some of the other data in market, but a complete view of the industry. So amazing resource for you all there. That's a way of me leading into the audio numbers. So quickly a look back at 2023. So some of our IAB colleagues in other markets aren't as quick as us in doing their annual reports. So I've done a bit of a comparison of different markets on the calendar year 23. And you can see the different market size of the revenue coming in from both streaming and podcasting in the audio sector. We've called this out before. So Australia's sort of sitting firmly in terms of market share of digital investment between the US market, which not only has good share, anything in the US, and the numbers just look incredible just because of the size, but ahead of where the UK is. So interesting to see where we play in terms of that ratio of spend in audio compared to the rest of the digital ad market. UK is quite interesting. They have a very, very heavy search spend. Nearly 50% of the market is search. So that does sort of shift the market a little bit as well. In terms of growth, a little bit of a mixed market there in terms of going from that UK slower growth right through to us in 2023, which was 20.6 for the digital audio market. So looking at this year, or last year, the report that's just been released, so digital audio investment in Australia, $313 million, which is about 4.8% of the digital display ecosystem. So think about the digital investment ecosystem taking out search and classified. So sort of the things that are in play as comparative options. So 4.8%, split between podcast and streaming. So last year, for those who were here, we were frustrated that podcast got to, I think, 99.1 million. So we've hit the 100, over the 100 million now. And that will continue to grow quite healthily. I'm already starting to hear some election advertising in podcasts. So I think, that hype around podcast election will be coming through from an editorial and investment point of view. So what that looks for growth. So total audio increased 17.8%, so well ahead of the overall digital advertising market. Just pipped by video, but very close in terms of growth rates, with podcasts growing slightly faster than streaming in the last year, but solid growth in both areas. If we look at the quarter-by-quarter numbers, it's the flow of the numbers there actually looks closer to old school investment. So digital advertising has increasingly had less of a Q4 jump as we start seeing a lot more of the retail events earlier in Q3. So it's a little bit flatter, but in the audio space, we're still seeing that classic uplift in Q4. So can look at that either way. Bit of work for audio to do in Q3, bit of extra money there floating around, but also getting all of that seasonal, quite a lot of the boost of the seasonal spending there. So we've been tracking audio revenue along with our friends at CRA. So this is a joint venture of trying to show the whole market. That is a reflection of our audio council. We try and look at the whole market, broadcasters, streamers, everyone in the mix. So thank you to the CRA for working with us on that and providing the market with a complete view of the industry. We've now got 3 years of audio revenue data, and we're looking forward to the growth going forward in spend. As well as being the 9th Audio Summit, it's also the 9th year that we've put out buy-side research. So our State of the Nation report has been an important part of the industry, both from making sure that the Audio Council knows what to work on, what you need, what we need to focus on. It's always measurement is the clue, but that changes in terms of what sort of measurement, but also helps provide a lot of information for you internally